Staying with us, we're still reviewing Punch.
Yes.
Go ahead, ma'am.
Yes, I have this story which is a bit new to me. I don't know if you've all heard about. So first, this story is that the bereaved families and friends of some of the police officers who were ambushed and killed while investigating the disappearance of 3 colleagues by unknown persons in Delta State are demanding justice for their loved ones. You know, the names of the 6 police officers, you know, have been put here, but just for time, I won't take them. And so it looks like they've gone missing while they went, you know, while they went to look for some of their colleagues. And sorry, they were ambushed and they were killed. They had 3 colleagues that had gone missing. And what we're hearing is that a lot of people are blaming the Nigerian police force because they had kept it quiet for several weeks and had not revealed to their families what had happened. A lot of this information that this reporter got is from Facebook and videos while they were laying one of them to rest, and you know, people were speaking. I don't know why it's a thing, especially with military and the police. Sometimes we tend to keep this sort of information quiet. Is it for security reasons? Is it to help with the investigation? Or is it just too heavy to share? But usually by the time it comes out, it just seems insensitive, you know. But
this
to know that
really is particularly insensitive because only out of the bodies, 6 bodies were only recovered. The other 6 bodies are missing. And it took police officers protesting, saying, look at the reception that the military got. And in the same Delta State, the military immediately, you know, came out with it, and everybody understood. But we go all the time, we lose our officials, we lose our personnel.
We'd definitely like to hear their own side of the story. I'm sure
that was when the first PRO was now forced to
the more I
announce
read, I thought I would hear from the police. There's no report.
The first public relations officer, Monye, yesterday made a statement that said the Nigerian police force is profoundly saddened by the devastating loss of 6 courageous police officers in Delta State who exhibited exceptional valor. And this came after the protests.
Okay.
You know, usually it should have, they expected something should have come, so it came after.
Yes.
All right. We have a story.
Yes, I do. Federal government plans joint cable protection, disruption lingers in 6 countries. The federal government has issued a call for unified efforts among West African nations to protect shared telecommunications infrastructure, following a recent internet outrage that affected the region. The executive vice chairman of the NCC, Inhumane, made this call during the 21st West African Telecommunications Regulatory Assembly annual general meeting held in Freetown, Sierra Leone, over the weekend. The EVC's message was delivered at the Watra AGM by the Deputy Director, Public Affairs of the Commission, Nena Ukoha. He stated that the recent submarine cable cuts that resulted in nationwide outages on multiple networks in 12 African countries have raised the urgent need for the sub-region to establish a mechanism to protect itself from damage to submarine infrastructure and its attendant impact on the sub-region.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. Let me take this. Organized private sector are saying that they might be taking commercial banks to court. According to them, if you recall, the CBN had said that they had cleared all valid Forex backlog. So they're saying some of them make up those whose requests over the past months haven't been cleared. And they're saying that the CBN hasn't given them a valid reason on why theirs was rejected or why theirs was not accepted or paid by the bank. So if they're not going to give them that information, they have to take the commercial banks to court to saying that it's unfair to pay some and not pay others. And CBN insists that the ones that are valid and can be verified have been cleared. Daily Sun, military opens up as rescue on the rescue of Kaduna school children. Okay, I'm opening up here. Hopefully you'll read the article. Kano will soon be freed, Ohanese assures Southeast youths. Police confirm murder of 12 personnel in Delta Bush set to honor them. Tinubu opts for austere 72nd birthday party. NDIC reports 10 high-profile banking infractions to EFCC. Christians mark Palm Sunday with procession, fanfare, and rekindle faith. Okay, which story?
Yes, I have our president in deference to the challenging times, has warned or is asking that, he's saying that he will not be hosting any birthday event. His birthday, as we know, is March 22nd, this year, and he'll be turning 72, that's Friday. He has warned that he will not host any birthday event, and he does not want any of his associates and numerous well-wishers across the country to organize any celebratory event on his behalf or in his name. He's also gone further to say that anyone who, amongst his associates and well-wishers across the country that want to put out like advertorials on the newspapers, radio and television should not do so, please, but use that money to donate to charity. For me, and this hits very strongly in my heart, like this is beautiful. He says that for him, given the present mood of the nation, the recent killings of officers and men of our army and police in Delta, and then the recent spate of security breaches by criminal elements in different parts of Nigeria, there should be no form of birthday event. He says also that he wants to use the opportunity of his birthday to reflect and rededicate himself to the task of building a more stable, secure, viral, prosperous, and united Nigeria. I hope that his associates and well-wishers, respect his wishes, and it's such a good culture to have where for people who can afford it, instead of using these monies for advertorials like this, use it for charity. And if we can build this as a culture, at the state level, amongst friends, imagine all the good that can come from it. So I think this is such a
interestingly, I think his wife had a birthday party a couple of years ago, and she said the same thing, that don't give me gifts. Some of us overzealous Nigerians like us still carried something to the gate. Security man said, she said,
you know what's good for
take it back to your house. They instructed us, don't drop anything here. So I guess it's a good
one.
I love it as a culture if you can have that.
Go ahead, Emeka.
Kano will soon be freed. Ohaneze assures Southeast youths. The President General Ohaneze Ndibo Worldwide, Chief Emmanuel Wanyanwo, has appealed to Nigerian youths to avoid killing, violence, and wanton destruction of properties across the country over the continued detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, assuring that he will soon be released. Iwanyanwu, in a statement through his media aide, Ben Uswagu, noted that the appeal followed the failure of the Federal High Court, Abuja, to grant Kanu bail last Tuesday. He observed that millions of Nigerians and youths in the country and in diaspora expected that Kanu would be granted bail, having spent over 3 to 4 years in detention. I wish to appeal to all Nigerian youths to exercise some patience and avoid any acts that would lead to destruction of life and property. Like we know, with the whole sit-at-home thing going on, like this is Monday in the East, the Southeast, they are losing a lot of revenue by this whole thing. I just hope that at some point we reach a resolution as a country, as a nation, that we can move forward and move past this somehow. Yeah, we have to.
Okay, any story there? I was going to take the report that said there are convincing reasons to believe that the effort of the federal government as well as that of CBN to support the Naira appears to be yielding quite a bit of results, because Naira gained 12% week on week to close at 1,431 Naira to the dollar at the Nigerian Autonomous Foreign Exchange Market. So this is the first time in a month that the Naira would gain remarkable strength since it's exchanged above the 1,000 to the $1 at back in February 5th, 2024. The points: panic over imminent cabinet reshuffle. Nigeria needs $15 billion investment in 3 years to upscale gas infrastructure projects, is Mela Kyari. Couple agonizes as neighbor shaves hubby's head with a knife. Soak wife with hot water mixed with pepper.
Oh, wow.
What's going on? You have that story?
Yeah, I have a...
Which one do you have?
I have the pregnant woman that kidnapped herself and asked for ransom.
Oh,
asked
yeah.
her husband for ransom, 2 million naira. This was in Abuja. They said that she had, of course, gone missing. The husband was looking for her, and he was reached out. They said, pay 2 million into the woman's account. Don't laugh. We put 2 million in the account, and she came home. She was rescued, right? Then he, as a good citizen, he now took her to the police station to report. It was while they were there that she confessed that it was actually she and one other man on the street that decided to, work out to extort her husband. She got 1.2 million. She gave the other man 800,000. Who is this man?
4 months.
And which
It's hormones. She said pregnant. It's her hormones now. What do you want me to say?
Anyway, she'll be charged to court.
Amaka.
I don't even understand this.
I don't understand.
Hormones, you're right.
No, please, let's not.
hormones.
It's the baby that wants 1.2
It's the baby that want 1.2 million.
Oh, yeah, let's move
I
on.
have the pregnant women
Wonder who
becoming
that man
detainees
is.
in health facilities over inability to pay hospital bills. So this story focused on the Delta woman Gladys Okodo-Omadiagbo, the one who delivered quadruplets after 12 years of waiting, but couldn't then leave the hospital because she had a debt of 4 million on her head. It was cleared by Tompolo's company. But this story now talks about how women they need proper health care, but they don't have a health insurance or a health scheme. You know, focusing again on the health package. Dr. Ijoma Agbo with the United Nations Children's Fund was talking about how this not having a health scheme for pregnant women can hinder a lot of things and why it's important to have it.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you guys didn't take this story. I'm trying to read it. And this one about the couple agonizes as neighbors shave hubby's head with knife, soak wife with hot water,
Yeah, true story.
mixed with pepper.
Points every week.
It says that Mr. and Mrs. Onwe they live in Ebonyi State, and their neighbor said allegedly subjected to inhumane treatments by their neighbors over minor disagreements. So the Onways were living in the overcrowded Face Me, I Face You apartment that had issues with some of their neighbors, and the women there bathed her in hot water.
Fighting.
Which was mixed with
Go and
pepper.
boil water, put pepper inside.
While her husband had his head shaved with a knife, beaten to stupor. The point learned that the duo had been hospitalized over the attacks. Obioma and our next door neighbor. I'm trying to figure out what they did, but I'm sure it's somewhere
It's
in
two
the
fighting.
Just
I will show you
Yeah, but
pepper.
it wasn't too
And so you
fighting.
boil water, put pepper inside. The other one carry knife. That's the
I didn't know
first
that
one
was a thing. Put pepper in hot water.
Packers,
I didn't even know that was
You
a
boil the water. Intentionally
you
put
grew
the
up in
pepper.
Nigeria.
You now put pepper inside hot water.
Yep.
For what?
Mothers even use it for their kids.
Do what?
To punish.
You now pour it on your child.
If somebody is fighting with you, if you enter
There are
house,
any
come on.
traumatized
Better run.
adults in Nigeria today.
I'm
This is
telling
the
people are
reason.
angry.
Yeah? Because they pour hot water with pepper.
Let me smell
What?
something.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, that is all we can take on Front Page Review this Monday. We come back, we continue with the show. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Wow.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.